welcome back to another episode of the EduMagic podcast. My name is Dr. Sam Fecich, and today I'm going to share with you one of my Fecich favorite EdTech tools. It is FlipGrid. So let's jump right in and let's get started. It's one of my Fecich favorite tools because you can use it for virtual learning, face-to-face, and hybrid learning. It's a great way to show content to students. It's a great way for students to show what they know and engage in the content in meaningful ways. So let's jump right into what it is. So first, you can sign up for a free FlipGrid account. Just head on over to flipgrid.com and you can create an account using Google or Microsoft. So what it does is it provides students with a video prompt for them to respond to. Using their camera, they can record themselves, they can record their screen, which is a new feature as of this summer. And FlipGrid is easy to use. Students have used it from pre-K all the way up to PhD. So as the teacher, you would set up a prompt for them to respond to. And friends, don't worry, there's already a library of amazing responses and prompts for you guys to already add to your class. So first, before we get into the nuts and bolts of FlipGrid, let me tell you a little bit about some terminology. So first, FlipGrid has two terms you need to know, topics and groups. Think of groups as your class. So you're going to set up a class or a group for each of the subjects that you teach. So I'm going to set one up for my tech class, my special ed class, my student teachers. These are my classes that I have, or my groups, as they say in FlipGrid. Under each of my group, I can have topics, and these are my discussion points that I want students to respond to and engage with. So I might have in my Tech of Instruction group, I might have a topic for the Charlotte Henderson Framework for Teaching. Under my Special Education group, I might have a topic called Special Education Law and Legislation. Under my Student Teacher group, I might have Strategies for Classroom Management. And those are all topics embedded within the group. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't have any ideas for what types of topics I can put in, do not worry, friends, because FlipGrid has you covered with their Discovery button. Under Discovery, they have over 25,000 amazing resources for you to just get started with, and you can add them right to your group straight away. So as soon as you create your group, head on over to Discovery. You can search for topics by keyword, or they have some separated by topic of the day or wonder of the day, because FlipGrid has partnered with amazing resources like Breakout, EDU, Nearpod, Wonderopolis, Epic. They have amazing content partners with topics already created, ready to go for you. Pebble Go and Buncee are other notable partners for you guys to check out. They also have trending topics and topics just for you. So once you find a topic that you like, you can just click on that topic and you can add it to your groups. You can click add topic. You can choose which class or group you want to add it to. From there, you can edit that topic. So you can edit the prompt. You can edit the title. You can edit the recording time if you'd like. Give them more or less time. And then they also have options here for closed captions. Now, friends, this is a really powerful tool for accessibility because you can have closed captions in English or in several other languages like Spanish, French, Italian, Russian, Chinese, Mandarin. There's a great resource there for your video to be closed captioned in a different language. You can even moderate the video if you'd like. So if you want to know who posts when and you have to okay the video first, you can do that. So you'll get a notification saying, hey, Susie Q posted a video in your FlipGrid. You can watch it and then you can send it right to that FlipGrid. You can change the media within that topic as well. You can set up links or resources to help set the stage for learning on that topic. So you can add in a link to a slide, a Google Doc, a link to a website, whatever you need, and students can interact with it. Or you can create from scratch, and I'll talk you through how to do that as well. So once you have your group created, you have your class created, you can choose add a topic. From here, you can customize the title, the prompt, the recording time, the closed captions, just like you did for something that you found in the library. You can also have video moderation, so you can moderate that video. But you can add lots of really cool media pieces to support that prompt. For example, you can record your own video, maybe saying instructions or reading a book to students. You can upload a video, find something from YouTube, grab an image, grab a GIF, an emoji. You can upload media from Kahoot, Wakelet, Nearpod, Newsella, Adobe Spark, Wonderopolis, Buncee. There's so many resources. You can really make this a rich experience for your students. So FlipGrid offers you lots of ways to engage your students using additional media that they would then respond to in their video response. So you can have control access, you can open up to the public, you can have a guest password, you can specify who joins by student email, or you can add your students individually. When you click on more options, you can add in resources like extra links. You can set when the FlipGrid will go live and when it will close. And you can get notifications when people add to your FlipGrid. You can enable selfies for the end of the FlipGrid video responses. You can enable comments, likes, view counts, lots of different things within here. And what's really nice is as the teacher, you can add feedback. So you can add feedback about ideas and presentation. You can even attach a rubric as well to this, so you can assign and grade right within FlipGrid. Another cool feature of FlipGrid is whenever you share it out with your students, you have the option to just copy paste the link. You can grab a QR code. You can share it right within Teams, Google Classroom, or Remind, so that all they have to do is click on it and then they're able to respond to that prompt. FlipGrid has partnered with Microsoft and has allowed for Immersive Reader to be embedded within that prompt, within that FlipGrid prompt, which is really neat because it's able to read the directions aloud to students so they can hear it and they can interact with that content. Once you have your video link shared, your video prompts shared out to your students get a link and they can click on it, and it's going to bring them to a spot where it says record your response, and they will be given a little red record button where they click on record, and they can record their beautiful faces, or they can upload a video clip if they like. They can record their screen, which is a great new feature if you want them to explain something or if you are demonstrating something for your students. They can even add effects like filters, frames. They can add in text effects too if they want a title and put some text on their presentation. They can have a photo and drawing as well. It really is a unique tool for recording. Now it will count them down 3, 2, 1, and it will stop them at the end of their recording. At the end of their recording, they can continue to add more, or they can take a selfie and really deck that out with some frames and some stickers if they'd like. And it really is a unique tool for them to show their creativity. Once they put in their selfie, they can add their title, a little description, and click complete, and then the video will come up live on your class's FlipGrid topic on your group. And it really is a cool tool to use with your students. So let's think about some ways you can use this with your class. Now, you might want to use this as a flipped lesson. So you can record your own content, you can record your own video, and have students respond to it. That's a great way for flipped learning and for students to show what they know in different ways. You can also have students create their own FlipGrids as a way to respond and a way to assess their learning. You can have these as fun topics to create that classroom environment of respect and rapport, having those touch points between students and you. You can have joke of the day or have it as a daily journal. You can look at those discovery topics, and there's things like my wish for the world, tips for my future self, those types of things. You can really create that classroom culture within FlipGrid. You can also put in content-related topics such as read-alouds, weekly check-ins, introductions. It really does have a fantastic list of resources by great creators. So I highly recommend checking that out. In addition to creating your videos, you can have mixed tapes, which if you remember, we used to have cassette tapes. And what a mixed tape is whenever you listen to the radio and your favorite Backstreet Boy jam was on, you raced over to the radio and clicked record, and you could record that song onto a blank cassette tape. Or if you borrowed your friend's CD, you can record a song from the CD using your stereo. And that's a mixtape for those of you who may not know what it is. But FlipGrid has used that as a way for you to pull videos and group them into different areas. So for example, in my Tech of Instruction class, I have students creating FlipGrids about the different components within the Charlotte Danielson framework for teaching. So there's 22 components, and we have 22 videos here. And what I can do is I can group those component videos by domain 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I can have a mixtape with all of my domain 1 videos, all of my domain 2 videos, 3, and 4. So now my students can watch and review and comment. They can write in notes what they're learning about from their peers about those components. It really provided me with a way for them to learn their content in a fun way through Ignite sessions using FlipGrid. And it's not just me lecturing about the components, but they're actually pulling examples, telling stories, and showing us about the component, not just telling us about the component using FlipGrid. So there's a lot out there for FlipGrid. If you really want to learn more, I recommend heading over to the Microsoft Education portal. They have a course all about FlipGrid. It's about a 1-hour course, but it will walk you through the basics of FlipGrid and how to get started. Friends, remember Chris Nesi from the House of Ed Tech podcast shares, technology isn't hard, just give it a try. Again, this is a fantastic way for you to engage your students, assess your students, present your content in different ways, and really have students show what they know in a really meaningful way using technology that's purposeful and authentic. Friends, if you want to check out the show notes from today's episode, head on over to sfecich.com/podcast. There you can find show notes and any links that I mentioned in today's show. Remember, friends, you have the edumagic within you.
And there you have it, edumagicians. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. For more edumagic, check out sfecich.com and follow Dr. Sam on Twitter and Instagram @sfecich. Until next time, you have the edumagic within you.